Hey, it's Christopher Dixieland Farm, and I did a video where I was trying to make cabinet doors. I ended up making some for my bathroom in our master bedroom, which was fine, right? But it wasn't perfect, and not enough for the kitchen for Marissa. So I went to fastcabinetdoors.com. They custom build cabinet doors, and I bought two, a drawer front and an actual cabinet door to test, painted, and I have installed. So I'm going to show you the sample, the tester, to make sure it's worth this expenditure, because all told I think it's going to be about $1,100 with all the shipping, and that doesn't include the time of me having to paint these because they come unpainted. I chose solid birch. Now here, let me show you. There are the old cabinets, and these are most likely MDF covered with a melamine. Huh. What happens is water will get on the edges and then they'll bubble up and you can't fix it. These are solid birch that I've bought. Much sturdier, much nicer. And the nice thing is, since they're solid, they can be sanded and repainted. So if anything happens, like this is it. There's nothing I can do about this. And by switching to the solid birch will be a better option. And you can see by the kitchen sink here how it particularly has become a problem because of the water bubbling it up and then ruining the finish. So let's go take a look at the unfinished cabinets that I bought so far. So here they are unfinished. You tell them by the millimeter, it's like a decimal point, and they just put it on a machine and fabricate them for you. So here's some drawer fronts that I've got to paint. Here are a couple of drawers, and what I did was half. I ordered half because you've got to paint these, and you can't rush painting it. That is the killer of this, making it look cheap. So this is the roller I've been using, the Cabinet and Doors foam roller, which really gets rid of the brush strokes. When I was using an actual brush, yeah, you could tell. And I'm using this interior, exterior, high gloss paint. The nice thing is I do have that workshop, so it's a little bit easier. I did it once outside, the upstairs bedroom ones. And yeah, stuff blew on them, ruined the finish. Had to sand them off, do it again. So being indoors definitely helps. And yeah, I'm always a messy painter too. I've got to wash up my hands. And points if you knew that my my flannel shirt was going to touch the paint. What are you going to do? Painting these things are very time consuming. It's not that the work is hard, but as you roll it, you get a line, you've got to pay attention to that, otherwise it's going to show up. And doing the sides that you don't really see, you do, so you've got to paint that, and when you use the roller it leaks paint onto the good side, so you got to be careful of that and sand it down or wipe it away and sand between the coats so that way it doesn't build up and the brush strokes are very visible. So it just takes time to do it right, and then you've got to wait for it to dry, do it again, wait for it to dry, flip it over, do it again. Well, it's another day and we're making progress on the kitchen cabinet replacement. Yeah, so we've got this section done, right? And Marissa went ahead and ordered new cabinet hardware that she likes. So we've got the bottom part done, but the top part, old cabinets, and here we've got halfway. So we received the rest of the cabinets. It's going to take some time, but more painting and more installation. So I'm going to start off with these bottom ones to finish off the island, and then up top the two tiny ones, and then I can focus on the last four. Well, coat 1 is done, and we're going to do coat 2. It's one spot here I'm going to have to sand down. I don't know what happened. Well, it is hard to tell in this kind of light, but I am satisfied. but I do have to drill the holes for the hardware. Well, here we go with the finished product. Much better. Did have some trouble putting these in, which I figured I would. The house, nothing is level, so I did my best in adjusting these things, and the trim all the way up at top is sagging just a bit, which makes this door here stick just a bit, but I've got a brad nailer, so I can just nail that trim piece back into place, and I think it should be just fine. So, yeah. Lovely. The whole process took me about 4 months or so. You may be asking, why didn't you order them all at once? Maybe you would have gotten a discount, and I did get a 15% discount on my first order, but not anything else, and I wouldn't have saved on shipping because it's based on weight and it's FedEx. So, and it's because untreated, unpainted wood can cup, it can warp. So leaving it out in the summer in the South just wasn't going to work. So I just ordered it in pieces and just worked at it when I can, and when I was getting close I would order again, and there'd be like a 3-week delay between ordering and receiving it, because since it was custom made. And I just kind of worked that into the schedule, and just on the weekends painted and did the best I could and just installed them as I went along. So all in all, a good kitchen renovation. We still have to replace the countertops, and then maybe we'll be done. I don't know. We'll see what Marissa says. But from Dixieland Farm, everybody, take care.